So, you want to know how to make a game? Well, it's a little bit more complicated than you think. But with these few simple steps, I'm sure you'll be on your way to becoming a game dev like me. So, let's say you're a budding game developer, thirsty to start game development. But oh no! You don't have any coding knowledge or any game engine knowledge whatsoever. You're just like a little baby. You don't know what you're doing. Well, let me tell you first of all, you're probably not going to be able to make the game that you're thinking of in your head right now. I know it's unfortunate, but in time you'll probably be able to make that game. It's just you don't have the skills yet. Those will take, I reckon, a year to 6 months to fully kind of get the groundwork for you to be able to accomplish those goals. Anyway, you need to take a step back. So what do? You're like, oh damn, I really wanted to make that waifu dating game with horror elements and pancake making, but now what do I do? What you need to do, okay, make a game about asteroids, baby, the best OG game there is. And why make this game? Because it teaches you so much about coding and how to make signals and how to do sprites, UI elements, everything. It's a very good tutorial, and it's not even that hard, and you'll feel really good about game development. You go, wow, I did all of that? That's amazing. And you can apply those things that you've learned into the game that you actually want to start development on. But for now, you want to start development on a game by yourself, something brand new idea from you, but something that you think is achievable, like a platformer or a 2D side scroller, something quite achievable. Nothing like, I don't know, Inscription or like something completely ludicrously hard that you'll just get too lost in all of the code and you don't have the skills. Anyway, so once you start development on that, you'll find ways of getting free audio, getting assets, because let's face it, you're probably not an expert on Blender. I would suggest using Blender as well, getting to grips with that. So it will take you some time. Like it's taken me time. I think it's taken me roughly 3 months to kind of get to this point. Not even for the actual game that I started working on, it took me about a month. But actually leading up to being able to get to the point where I made the game, that took me 2 extra months on top of that. Because, my god, I was struggling. I really wanted to make something that I wanted to make. I wanted to make a dungeon game, which I still want to do. It's just, I don't have the skills yet, and I will work towards making that game, because I've got some really good ideas for it. Anyway, back to helping you. You're an aspiring game developer. Keep that in your head. You are an aspiring game developer. What you want to do is make sure that, or for me, it was platforms and the levels. Make sure that all your levels work. Make sure that they all work exported, because sometimes when you export your game, it doesn't work as intended inside of the game editor. So that is very important. Okay, if you're like me, you have just finished game development, and you're like, wow, this is brilliant. I can't wait to put this game somewhere so people can play it. So, if you want to be very mainstream, you want to put it on Steam. And let me tell you, you are gonna have a bit of a conniption. you might get a bit angry, you might want to punch a wall, but anyway. To put it on Steam, you need to make a Steamworks account. So, type that into Google and you'll be off to the races. But anyway, you put the exported.exe into the Steam folder, and then you upload it to the Steamworks server, and then Steam will get you to do a somersault while patting your belly, while patting your head, while, I don't know, fiddling your nipples, and then eventually, if you pass all of the tests, they will put it on Steam's store page. And my god, it takes you forever, but then you can set the amount of money, you can set if it's an indie game and the horror title tags and all this stuff, But congratulations, you are now a developer! Yay! Yeah, that's what I've been doing for about 3 months. To be honest, I have been a bit lazy, so I could have done it sooner. But, you know, creativity takes a while. So I really hope, you know, you guys check out the game. You don't even have to buy it. If you wishlist it, that would be pretty cool. It may not be available to be wishlisted right now, as I am in the process of having my store reviewed by Steam. But hopefully, in the next, I would say 2 days, they might have it up on stores. So yeah, very, very exciting. So I just want to take a moment to address the audience. Hello! Yeah, that 3D isometric game that I was working on. Yeah, I was going to make that one, but I just couldn't. I didn't know how to turn a light switch on and off, and now that I say that, it's making me cringe because I knew it was so easy. It was just like, oh, when the game runs, make turn visible to false, and then after a period of time turn it to true. And like, just looking at how far I've come from those other devlogs just makes me really, really happy. So I would record what you do if you are a game developer, so you can just see how far you've come. But anyway, that's me rambling enough, I guess. I'll see you fellas later. Enjoy the time lapse if there is the end of the time lapse. If not, I'm just gonna stop screaming abruptly and then I'm just gonna close the fucking record.